Well, it finally happened. And I knew it would eventually. It was just a matter of time. The lead singer of our band, the founder, called me last week, 2 weeks ago, and said, "All right, I need you. Keith is going in for triple bypass surgery. He's going to be down for a minute. And I'm going to need you to come in this Saturday night." So I went in on that Saturday night and I played, and decent, it was decent. I feel like it's a high profile gig. It's a club that we play, it's a country club, and we play there often. And the owner loves the band. And the drummer that I'm replacing, get out of here, man. You can't replace him. I can sit in for him until he feels good enough to come back. And that's about all I can do. I just do the best I can. I'm a semi-professional drummer. I'm not the type of musician that like necessarily reads music and writes down notes according to kick patterns and snare. I know the kick pattern and snare from listening to the music and practicing it on my own. The notes I make are, for instance, it says, Lights by Journey. I'll put a, a blue mark if they come in first. Are you kidding me right now? Fuck out of here, man. Jesus. I put a purple mark if we all come in together. And on that song, we do. Um, and I make a green mark if I come in by myself, and a blue mark if they come in, and then I wait a couple measures and I come in after. That's the only notes I really make. If there's a song that is like I'm listening to it, sometimes you're listening to music and it feels like it's a little bit cloudy, like you can't even really, it's not mixed very well. You can't really make out very clearly kick and snare patterns. You can, just takes a little extra listening. And I might write boom, boom, bop, boom, bop. I'll actually like literally write that down next to the song. Boom, boom, bop, boom, bop, so that I remember, this song's pattern is do, do, da, do, da, do, do, da, do, da. When I start playing music, I play from my soul. I'm following the groove, I'm following the pattern, but I literally do actually just play my heart out. So tonight we're playing at a little club over here in Tennessee. It's a really nice little place, man. It's an outdoor venue. It's a covered patio, and they always have a nice fire out there. A lot of people show up to this place, especially when we play. We seem to get record number of people to show up to these little places. These are little places. Some of them are little places out in like McMinnville, Cookville. They're nice venues, and they pay us well. So I'm getting ready to load up all my stuff. I broke it all down last night and packaged it up into all my drum bags, and all my equipment's packaged up and ready to go. I polished everything. All my cymbals are polished. Drum kit's all nice and shiny. I wear gloves when I load it back into the bags so that I don't get fingerprints on it. Oh, man. It's early in the morning. I got up early so I could load the stuff in my van. And then I'll sit down at the table and I listen to the intro of every single song. About 4, 5, 6, 7 times I listen to it over and over and over. So when they look at me and they say, "Oh, hard to handle," I go, "Oh, okay, on hard to handle, the drums come in first. Boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop, bop, da 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 da." And I have my little green mark right there by the song, a little green mark with my pen to show this is all you. You come in on this first. And I just memorize it. You memorize it. Journey. When the lights go down in the city. on that song, We All Coming Together. And I've got notes for all of that. But like I said, I've been on standby for about 8 months with this band. I played with them one time when the drummer went on vacation, and I felt like I did really well, and everybody was happy. They said, "Man, you did great." And I said, "I know where my mistakes were." And I had people tell me I didn't hear any mistakes. That's a good sign. And last time we played at the country club, man, people were dancing, having a gay old time. Everybody was having fun. The owner came up to me afterwards and said, "Man, you killed it. You rocked it. You're a perfect fit for these guys. You really knocked it out of the park." He knows this band, we don't meet for practice. We don't get together and practice. And I'm against that. Practice makes perfect. And I've been a lifelong martial artist. I've got 3 black belts, one in Shotokan, one in Kyokushin, and I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu first-degree black belt. I have my own studio, my own academy. I've been teaching for years. I've been literally teaching since I was about 13 years old. I was like a green belt in Tong Sudo. I've got a red belt in Tong Sudo. They never gave me a black belt because I was the white boy. They were Pinoys, and although they loved me and accepted me, they're still funny about it. Even though I could kick all their asses, they kind of just look down on me because I'm a white boy. That's fine. I left there, started studying Kyokushin karate, which I love so much more. It has a lot of submissions and takedowns. So then that propelled me into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where it took me 14 years to get my black belt. And now I'm a first-degree black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. So studying all these years, you figure out quickly that if you don't practice, you're going to suck. Now, these guys are polished musicians. I mean, they've been doing this for years, okay? 30 years, more. They've opened for Boston, Cheap Trick, Huey Lewis and the News. They've opened for so many people. We're going to be opening for Jelly Roll coming up here pretty soon. I am literally the weakest link in the band. However, after every show that I do, dude will call me and say, "Hey, listen, man, I'm real proud of you. You did great. You did great for just jumping in there, no practice sessions, no nothing. You're just practicing on your own, jumping in there and doing it. You did really great, and I'm very proud of you." And he always thanks me. And we get paid. We get paid. Okay? It's very hard when you're practicing the music on your own. I've got my headphones on, or I'll hook up my speakers and I'll run it all through my PA system and just blast it into my band room, and I practice it that way. It's always different. The record is polished. When you play live, it's a little bit grittier. It's a little bit more raw. It's a little bit more rock and roll. And everybody has their own little flair and style that they put onto things. So it is a little bit different. There's a couple songs I know the tempo goes a certain way. I know it's 88 beats per minute, and they'll look at me and they'll say, like this, "Whoa, speed it up, a little bit faster, a little bit faster." And I'm like, "Okay." So I take it up to 92 beats per minute, and they'll still look at me and say, "A little bit more, a little bit more." And then I just a hair more, and they say, "Oh, perfect." So we'll play it at 98 beats per minute, as to where the original is 88 beats per minute. So we speed it up a little bit on that, a couple songs. But that's just the way it is playing live. I'm always checking on the other drummer. He's a good friend of mine now, and I really love the guy, man. He mentioned to me at the last show that he was at, he played there. He looked at me and he said, "I'm kind of considering this to be my last night on the drums." And this is before he even knew he was going to have open heart surgery. And he looked at me and he said, "Just remember, when you're up there, you came here to have fun. If you lose sight of that, that's when you start making mistakes and you start feeling anxiety, you start feeling pressured. Get up there, play from your heart. I know you studied the music, but play from your heart like you always do, and have fun. and everything will always be just fine. So I'll record some of this tonight, taking my little phone camera stand so I can record some of the music for you. And I'll check you all out soon. Thanks for tuning in.